Today's video is actually an exciting video, and by exciting, I mean I asked some pretty awesome, amazing, my favorite booktubers to recommend me a book. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. If you want to join my little book community, hit subscribe and share the love. And I'm excited that I've gotten some recommendations. So the first one that had gotten back to me is one of my all-time faves. She posts a video. I don't even have to put it onto my watch later list unless I really have to. But I'm usually watching her video right as she posts or the next day. It's just, I love her content. I love it. She is so sweet and her energy is top tier. I love it. And who I'm talking about is Florence Harvey, aka Flo. And I'm super excited to show you all what she has chosen. I sent the message asking if she could recommend me a book because I'm doing a video, and she asked me what genre. So I mainly mentioned that I like fantasy, but I also know that she reads more literary fiction. She has given me multiple choices. So for the fantasy section, she has given me the book Gone by Michael Grant. And then for the literary fiction, we have Shark Heart by Emily Beckett. Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney, and The Guest by Emma Cline. Now, I was struggling because I've read Sally Rooney's before, but I can't get the audiobook and I don't own the book. So we're not going to go with that one. But there are two I would like to go with. That is Shark Heart and Gone. I think because it was her first choice, we're gonna read the Gone series, or at least the first book in it, because she's been talking about this series for as long as I've been watching, and excited that she finally finished it. And if you want to go and see, you can go and check out her videos. She'll be linked in the description, but I cannot wait. What she tells me about this book is that it is a dystopian, but they have like magical powers that could make it into like a fantasy. So we'll see if I like it and see what my rating and my feelings are at the end of the video.
But this is about a world in which all the adults disappear and the kids left behind are trapped in this dome, and they start developing like magical powers. And it's very, very dark. It's a dystopia, but it's got a bit of everything. It's got some romance subplots in it. It's got some like horror elements, I would say. But this is the first one. This kind of follows the sort of like initial panic of this like new society that they're trying to create, and they've called it the phase, and it's kind of like people fighting for power over this new world, and then kind of trying to find like a new normal and a new way of working. And yeah, this is one of those series that just holds a place in my heart because I read it as a teenager, and it was like one of the first book series that I like properly fell in love with. And so
hey guys, I'm just checking in with everyone to let you know how I'm going with the book Gone by Michael Grant. This is the pick from Flo, and I am 19% in, so I'm like over 3 hours in. I'm enjoying it. I didn't think I would. It's got like a dystopian sci-fi fantasy feel, and you just want to know what's gonna happen next. And it's like every little thing that you think could happen may not happen at all. I'm having a good time. There were some sad moments that I'm like, oh no, to something that happened. Another moment that I almost cried on, but then it passed and the sad moment turned a happy moment. So I was like, oh my gosh, okay. We are good. We can keep going. Yeah, so I'm currently actually on sprints at the moment for my 72 hour and gonna be diamond painting. So that is the plan today, is I'm gonna read some more, and I just want to come in and tell you that I'm having a good time with this book, and I just didn't think I would, to be fair. So I will come back probably when I'm about 50% in to give you more updated thoughts. The only thing actually I realized I don't like about this is because I'm listening to the audiobook, and the audiobook at the moment, the person is good at telling the story, but when he gets to a he said, she said moment, he sounds like a robot. And I don't know if I like that, to be fair. I'm not one for robotic voices unless it's actually a robot talking, and it's not a robot talking. So that's the only fault I have at the moment. Hey everyone, I am back for an update. Still the same day, actually. I managed to get to 46% in Gone by Michael Grant. And can I just say I've almost cried. Oh, I almost cried. There was a sad part that had to do with a little baby. Like, there wasn't much description in it, but because I'm a mom and I know exactly where it was going, gosh, that was just my heart. I am still enjoying this book. I want to know what's happening. I want to know what's gonna go on. The only things I don't like is there's a romance that I just don't feel like should have been in here. I'm like, I like it better without the romance, or like possible romance in that stage. Also, there is a new thing that had been brought up, and I'm like, oh, I didn't see this coming. And I don't know if I like it or if it just kind of like sprung on me going, hey, look what's happening in the book. They're still technically trapped in this dome. They still have no parents or adults. However, when you turn 15, you will ploop. You will disappear. You will go bye-bye. As we've seen a set of twins do that. And yeah, I'd be scared. I'd be like, my birthday's coming soon. Even though my birthday's not till December. But if you're close to your birthday, would be freaking out going, I don't want to ploop out of nowhere. What if I die? What if I vanish? What if I don't see anybody? What if I can't come back? You know, the whole what ifs would not be good. But yeah, I'm actually enjoying it. I'm surprised. So it's not the 50% way in, but I'm very close to 50%. And I'm going to take a break, and I'll probably pick this back up tomorrow when I'm also on sprints, and hopefully I will finish the book. Be back when I finish the book to update you on more of my feelings. And hopefully it don't make me cry or want to cry again, because this book. Okay, I'm gonna go now, and I will see you back when I update. I'm back with an update, and I don't know what to say. Okay, so I have finished Gone by Michael Grant. Now, before I get into this, I had a mind-blown thing happened when I was looking up like the series and stuff. And first off, I have to say there's 9 books in this series. I don't know if I'll be moving on, but 9 books. That's not the that's not the mind blown. That's not the shocker that I had. The shocker was I found out that he worked on the Animorphs series. So I was searching more into that, going which books, what is happening. Come to find out, he not only helped with the Animorphs series, but he's married to the author. And I'm like, what? So yeah, I had to tell my husband and my youngest, because they were reading Animorphs and obsessed with them. So now I might have to maybe read the series with my youngest at some point when the time comes, but we'll see. So I was searching up other people's reviews, and I noticed that there's been a lot of people saying that this is a modern day version of Lord of the Flies. I have not read that one, but my daughter has. So I can't really connect it to that, but there's been a few reviews that have. So just upon it, that is what I'm saying here. If you like Lord of the Flies, this is a modern retake, and you could read it if you would like. I did watch a video of Michael Grant talking about this book, and he said that it was a fantasy horror, if I was correct. But that was last night, so my mind's like, is it really? Alright, so I'm gonna read to you what I have written down here. Let me put that up there. I'm gonna read to you what I've written down, because trying to say things, my brain is not comprehending, okay? So I have wrote here, the way the author brings up the bad that was going on gave me the feels, especially when it comes to a dog and a young child. However, the talking coyotes, yes, talking coyotes, kind of weirded me out, and the thing that happened when you turn 15 was really creepy. Those are the things that, like, yeah, it just, you get the weirded creepiness, but you also get this like saddened, sunken feeling. Wow. Okay, I guess I do have some some emotions happening still. But again, you have no idea what really happens. So it gives more questions to wanting to know what the heck is going on and why they cannot leave the dome. So in general sense, when you read this book, you will have more questions by the time you're done this book than you have answers. But then again, you have 9 books. And will all of these questions be answered? That is what I want to know. And I want to know if they actually survive the dome and are able to get out, or something. I just, need to know. There are some issues with me mostly, going somewhere else in my head while listening to some scenes. So I had the audiobook, obviously, and there were times when there was like a fight scene and I kind of like blanked out. Like the moment that you're sitting there going, oh, okay, it's a fight scene. But then at the end of the fight scene, you're like, wait, who won? What happened? Because you're so entranced with the fight scene that it actually loses what's actually happening during the fight scene in your head. At least that happens in my head. Maybe I was thinking of something else. I don't know. But it didn't happen that often. I think there was only 2 major parts, maybe 3. 2 or 3 parts that I kind of like, okay, we had a fight, but what happened in that fight? But other than that, it wasn't a bad story. The narrator, though, we're gonna have some words with you. He was doing so good until he had to read the he said, she said parts, which made him sound robotic. Okay? When you listen to a story and he's actually doing a really good job on telling you this story, but then say, Sam said this, but like in your mind you want it to be more fairy tale-esque or like storytell-esque, not let's just say we're gonna go this way, Sam said, but why go this way, Andra said. And it's like, why? And it was all the time. Every time he said, it was like he was dragging it out like a robot. And I just like irritated. And it would been okay, except for there was multiple times when the characters, not just 1 or 2, but like 4 of them, talked all in a row, and you would get what they said, and then he would say they said, and yeah, okay. My rant, I don't want to rant about this too much. Anyways, it wasn't a bad book. I really enjoyed myself. I think it only took me like 3 days, but I was also doing my diamond painting while listening, and I was doing my 72-hour sprints. So those kind of helped. My rating for this is going to be a 3.5. I was kind of like, well, should it be a 4? Should I give it a 4-star? But I don't think it's a 4-star for me. But I do think 3.5. And to be fair, rating books 3 to 3.5 are actually not that bad. They're actually pretty good. Now, to say the least, this is the first book. You have 9 books. One of these books may get a higher rating. You never know until you read them, which I don't know if I will read them or not, but I'll let you know if I do in the end. So, my recommendation from Flo, was it good? Was it bad? I say it was neutral. It was actually not that bad of a read. I didn't dislike it. I actually liked it and I had strong feelings for it, but it wasn't the favorite, which is totally fine. But I'm so happy I got to read from Flo because she is so amazing and I love her dearly. Please go check her out. Please do. I will link in the description, which I probably already said in the beginning of this. So, that being said, we're gonna move on to the next book. So, if you want to see what it is, stay watching. And I'll see you very soon. The second booktuber that has replied back to me is Leah Crumpton. I don't think I said your last name right, but Leah, I love her stuff. Like, it's so elegant and to me relaxing. Like, I think I started watching her TBR videos and I love the way that she has things figured out of like when you pick a prompt and it's like her books are right there and mine are all over the place. But like, she is just stunning. I love her content as well, obviously, because I asked her to pick me a book. So she had asked if I had any books that I would like her to choose from. So I have chosen 3 books. I forgot to save the photo, but it's okay. I can tell you which books they are. So the 3 books I had her choose from was When Among Crows, Evil Eye, and Death Valley. And she messaged me stating that she has only read Death Valley and she would love to hear what my thoughts are. So I'm excited to jump in. I actually have it right here. Death Valley. And if you haven't seen this, I did put this in my spring TBR. So obviously I would like to read it sooner rather than later. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to get into this one. Will I cry? I don't know. We'll have to see. You'll have to come and find out if I'm gonna cry. But, oh, the writing is tiny. Oh no. It's okay. It's okay. I will get to this, let you know what my thoughts and feelings are. But again, I will link her in the description, so please go and check her out if you have not already. And let's jump into this book, shall we? Here for an update. Look, I just did my hair, so don't look. I wanted to update quickly about this because what am I reading? What am I reading? Tell me, what am I reading? The writing is stunning, but the story is weird. I had 2 what the fuck moments in this book, and I'm just gonna read you one and the starting of the other one. Because look, okay, this is the one. This is the starting to the what the fuck moment, okay? I mean, it's hilarious. It is hilarious. Okay, so first what the fuck moment is more dust, very thirsty now. Will turn back soon. Itchy thigh, itchy vagina. A clandestine scratch. I think of Zip at the motel. Wonder what his dick looks like. How big it is. Wonder if it would be weird if I went up to him and said, "Hey, I'd just love to lay around with your dick in my mouth." It would be weird. Yeah, that would be weird. The next one. As I'm doing my healing finger breathing, one of my fingers slips inside the slit. The cactus maintains its soft grin. I don't know what to say, okay? I love the writing though. I'm really enjoying this. I am 59 pages into said book, so I'm hoping to finish this today and then I can update you later on what I like and finally finish this video that I've been doing for over 2 months now. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to reading and I'll see y'all soon. Okay, it's been like 2 months since I last filmed this video and I'm so sorry. It's taken me a while, okay? First off, there was lots of other books that I had to read and had to get them done. Then I went to read this book during my 72-hour readathon, and the audiobook I was listening to was not available at that time because Everann decides, you know, even though you pay for the whole month. I'm not letting you have this book until Monday. So I literally just finished Death Valley yesterday by Melissa Broader, author of Milkfed and the Pisces. And I don't know what to say. This is like, I knew Melissa's writing was weird. Okay. Well, I wouldn't say, okay. Let's rephrase that. I knew Melissa Broader's writing was fantastic. This shows it, but her stories can be weird. And I'm a weird person because I really liked this. I liked it to the point where I annotated quite a bit, okay? And I did read off a sentence that was 2 sentences that were more like a what the fuck moments. And I'm sorry, but if a book gives you those feelings of like, what did I just read, you know? And the story's been going well so far, I would say that's a good book. I don't know what I'm rating this yet. I rated Milkfed 4 stars. I think this one's also gonna be another 4 stars. But I kind of feel like I resonated with the main character a little bit more. So it might be a 4.5 star. So I'm excited that I got to read this one, and I'm so happy I did. The fact that she is a character who is going through anxiety, self-discovery, guilt, and then just kind of reminding me of The Wild, the movie The Wild with Reese Witherspoon, where she goes to this hike area and stuff happens, and some things are weird, but when it comes down to it, we're all weird in our own ways. And that's what I see of it. So I enjoyed my time with this book. I'm so happy I got to read it. So I want to give a big thanks to Leah for giving me this recommendation out of the books I had her choose from. And I'm just so excited. I really like this one. Just the weird kookiness of her writing is just so amazing. And thank you so much again for giving me this recommendation. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Hearts for all my friends, and I hope to see you in the comments in my next video. See you soon. Bye.